Welcome to the Song Surgeon Weekly Tip video. This week's Song Surgeon tip is on how to navigate between loops. And although this is primarily something that pro users are going to be using, there's one small piece of this that even standard users should be aware of if they're not already. And let's start with that. First of all, as you can see on the screen, I have 3 loops set up. Again, you can only set up 3 loops if you have the pro version. The standard version restricts you to a single loop. But let's say you have loop 1 set up and you want to jump to the beginning or to the end. These little buttons down here do that. So for instance, if I click this little back button, it jumps back to the beginning of loop 1. And if I click the forward button, it jumps to the end of loop 1. And so this first set of buttons, whether you are in standard or pro, will simply navigate within this loop. Now, if you have pro and you have more than one loop set up, then these buttons at the bottom become useful because what they allow you to do is to jump forward to the next loop. So if you're playing a song in loop 1 right here and you want to jump to the beginning of loop 2 and then to the beginning of loop 3, if you just simply click this, I click it. It's hard for you to see, I'm sure, because the white line is very thin, but it is now at the beginning here of loop 2. If we click this again, we've now jumped to the beginning of loop 3, and I'll just play this real briefly. So you can see that indeed it is there. And similarly, we can now jump backwards. So if I click this backwards button, we're going to jump back to the beginning of loop 2. If I click it again, we're going to jump back to the beginning of loop 1. So that's really all there is to this. They're nice features to have, and if you're not familiar with them, I think you'll find them very convenient to use. So just in conclusion, the top buttons here control the jumping back and forth within the existing loop, and the bottom buttons here control the jumping between loops. So I hope you found this helpful today, and we'll talk to you again next week. Thanks.